Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are just going to be getting some quick messages from your spirit guides, and I'm doing a really quick video today. I'm going through a lot of stuff in my personal life right now and I'm exhausted, but I just wanted to put out a video for you guys, and so with that said, feel free to pause the video, pick whichever card is speaking the most to you, and let's get into it. Hello Pile 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Psychic Abilities card, this is going to be your reading for today, and we're just going to get some quick messages from your spirit guides, whatever they have to say for you today, and we are going to take all the cards and then kind of read everything together in context. So with that said, let's get into it. Alright, Spirit, what messages do you have for Pile 1? Spirit, what messages? Oh. Alright, they all came out together. And what's funny is my viewfinder is really trying to focus on the face on this Psychic Abilities card. Alright, so we have the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Empress. Okay, so right away I'm getting the sense there might be a message here about needing to have patience. You might be feeling a little bit like you're fighting with yourself to have faith that things are going to turn out the way you want, or that if you're trying to manifest something that it is coming in towards you. This, with the combination of psychic abilities and then the energy of the Three of Wands and the Empress here, which are both threes, there's, again, that's giving me like internal conflict vibes. Sorry, Pile 1, my cat just went a little crazy, so I had to rearrange the cards. Okay, so the reason that I'm giving the internal conflict message is, just because of the Five of Wands here. Like one of the keywords that I associate with this card is conflict. However, there is a way to read this spread where, because of the other energies here and this like receptive, patient energy of both the Three of Wands and the Empress here, there could be a way to read this where the Five of Wands is actually referring to you kind of pushing yourself, maybe pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, pushing your boundaries. It can talk about when we compare our progress to ourselves. So if you're like working on something or working towards a goal, or again, like pushing yourself to pursue something, if you have like a career project, something like that, or if you have like a hobby, if you do like a competitive sport, if you one of your hobbies is like fitness and you're kind of showing up every day and doing a little bit more and seeing the progress there, that could also be a message that I would associate with the Five of Wands, as it can also talk about like healthy competition and like pushing ourselves to prove ourselves. And in this type of reading, and again with the energies here, I'm getting the sense that this is internal. It's not necessarily like about a conflict with somebody else or a competition with somebody else. I'm getting the sense this is like measuring your progress by comparing yourself to past versions of yourself. And that's a healthy energy. That's a positive message. And then, of course, the number 5 associated with change, you know, in that context, of making progress over time, it can be saying that you are recognizing how you have made changes over time by continuing to show up for yourself and kind of push yourself every day to do whatever this Five of Wands is talking about for you. And that can also be related to your spirituality and developing your spirituality, doing shadow work, things like that, because of this Psychic Abilities card. And as soon as I said that, the camera refocused on this card, so I would take that kind of as a confirmation that for some of you watching, this is related heavily to your spirituality and to your development of your psychic abilities. And if you feel like you've been working really hard towards that goal and you haven't necessarily seen the results of that yet, there is a message either that you are already in this energy, or that you are being encouraged to embrace this energy of receiving, of being open, and of accepting that things happen in divine timing, and that you are making progress towards your goals. And it's just, it's like a kind of one day at a time message of like, instead of comparing where you are now to where you want to be in the future, comparing yourself to where you used to be in the past, and using that as a way to measure your progress, instead of, again, of comparing yourself against where you want to be in the future. It's like, I know that if I continue to show up every day and do what I need to do, if you are working on your psychic abilities or whatever, however that applies to you, I know that my rewards are coming in towards me in divine timing. I have faith and patience that whatever abundance, and if this might be referring to developing your psychic abilities, but whatever abundance I am destined to have in this lifetime is going to come to me when it's meant to, as long as I continue to work towards my goals. Like, this is a showing up energy. This is an assertive type of energy with the Five of Wands here. It's also a passionate energy because it's a Wands card. There's two Wands cards here. So it's like, whatever you're feeling inspired to do, whatever you're feeling passionate about, it is going to pay off for you. You will get your abundance and your rewards in divine timing. So there's a reassurance here as well. The Three of Wands, again, talks about when we know that the things that we're working for are going to pay off. And it can't even be saying, you might be starting to see some of the signs that whatever you're working on is paying off. And if you've been seeing signs and synchronicities with the Psychic Abilities card, you might be seeing the number 3 in particular. There's 2 3s here, or the number 5, or a lot of angel numbers. If that's the case, then I would take that as confirmation that Spirit is sending you those numbers to reassure you that your abundance is coming. And I want to make the connection between this rainbow energy on this Three of Wands and then the colors around this person of there could be a message here. If what you're working on is not related to your psychic abilities or developing your connection to Spirit, there could be a message that whatever it is you are working on, and it might be a creative project with the Wands energy here, and then the double 3 being connected to creativity and creative expression. If it's something that makes you feel passionate, and it's something where you can use your creativity, there's also a confirmation here that your creative gifts are being supported by Spirit. That if you've had an idea for something, or if there's something that you're working on that you have felt inspired about, there's a confirmation here that whatever inspiring idea or whatever it is a gift. Your creative gifts are a gift from the universe and from Spirit, and it is like a divine gift, if that resonates for you. And then with the energy of the Empress, again, like that is just a confirmation that the Empress is associated with abundance and knowing that the things that you deserve are going to come to you in divine timing, because that's just the way that the universe works. So if you have been working on a manifestation or whatever you're working on with this Five of Wands here, there's confirmation in both of these cards that it is paying off. And that if you have been in this energy of receptivity and faith and divine timing, then there's just a message here from Spirit that yes, you are doing the right thing. You are in the right energy, and the things that you deserve are going to come towards you, if that resonates. Because it could be advice, and it could also just be a recognition and acknowledgement from Spirit that you are in the right energy to have the things that you deserve come into your life. Sometimes when I see a moon on a card that is not the moon card, that is a message for me that Spirit is working behind the scenes. And so again, that would just be an additional confirmation. Whatever you're working hard at on this Five of Wands here is paying off, and your abundance is going to come to you, and you will be seeing signs and symbols. If you are not already seeing signs and symbols from Spirit that your abundance is coming towards you, you will be. You will be seeing confirmations from Spirit, and I think that's a big reason why we have this Psychic Abilities card here. And there could be an additional message with this card to trust your intuition about whatever you're working on. If you have been feeling a little bit stuck or confused, or you have questions, it might be an idea to do a meditation and try to connect with your higher self, because your higher self knows what's going on. So I don't know if that is a helpful message for you. And there is also a message, and it's very related to this Five of Wands, of like, you know, pushing yourself, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, trying new things. Like it's a go for it energy that, you know, the Three of Wands can be associated with just like, waiting and being in a receptive energy, because we know that the things that are, you know, it is connected with this Empress. There's kind of like a lot of interconnectedness in these messages. There can also be a message with the Three of Wands of going and doing the thing that you feel inspired about. So again, there's a confirmation here that if you feel drawn to something, if you have an idea about something, if you have like a spark of inspiration to go and do something, if you see signs and synchronicities about a specific place or a specific activity or something that you maybe have wanted to try but haven't done it yet, there's a go for it message here as well, of like, yes, Spirit is urging you to go and do those things. You're seeing, you know, and this has happened to me where, you know, I all of a sudden, like every TV show, every book I'm reading, every, you know, like a throwaway line in a YouTube video that I'm watching, it's like all referencing the same city, you know, and so it's like, that's a message from Spirit. There's something there, you know, there's something that they might want you to explore, and they want you to travel to that place because it could be connected with your divine path. If that resonates for you. And of course, you know, sometimes we don't have the time or resources or money to travel somewhere, even if Spirit is urging us to do so. But there could be another connection with that place that is somehow connected with your divine path. So if you have been seeing signs and synchronicities, again, I would take that as confirmation that Spirit is trying to get your attention about something. And it can be, like, again, with this Wands energy, something that makes you feel inspired, something that makes you feel passionate. If you've had an idea or a spark of inspiration recently, this is a confirmation from Spirit to go for it. And if it involves, especially if it involves pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in some way, again, you're being encouraged to follow that path, follow that thread. Because like the worst thing that can happen usually in these situations is, you know, it turns out that that wasn't the thing for us. But at least we can say that we tried. You know, we went for it. We did. We took a chance. We took a leap of faith. There's a little bit of a leap of faith energy with that Empress there as well, of trusting the universe to catch you. And so, you know, if that resonates for you, that could be another message of why we have the Three of Wands there that is very tied to the message of the Five of Wands. And then the last thing that I want to say about the Empress before I close out the reading is there's a message with the Empress about letting go of the outcome. It's like sometimes the experience, having the experience of going and trying something new or following a spark of inspiration is worth doing just because of the experience of having that experience, and we can release the outcome. You know, it's like that, doing that in itself can be very fun, very rewarding, and a great learning experience, regardless of whatever the outcome is. So there's might be an additional message with the Empress there about needing to release the outcome of whatever thing that you're working on or putting your energy towards, or if you're taking a class, whatever it is, traveling somewhere. It's like sometimes it's that message of like focusing on the journey rather than the destination. And then the last thing, the very last thing that I want to say is that there's also the Empress, there might be a message about also making sure to engage in whatever self-care you need to engage in to take care of yourself, while also pursuing whatever we're talking about here in these Wands cards. So with that said, that is where I'm going to leave your reading today, Pile 1. I hope that these messages have resonated for you. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below, let me know whether it resonated or not. And with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello Pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the career card, this is going to be your reading for today, and we're just going to get some quick messages from your spirit guides, whatever they have for you today. It could potentially be related to your career. So with that said, let's get into it. Whoa. That is way too many cards. Okay. Okay, try that again. Spirit, what message? Oh, and I wanted to say, when I was shuffling the deck between piles, like half the deck fell all over the floor. So it could be that your spirit guides have a lot to say, or you might have like one spirit guide who is very excitable and just wants it, you know, has so much to say that that the cards are just kind of flying out all over the place. So I did want to mention that since that just happened. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2 today? Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2 today? Oh, Spirit, what messages? The cards are jumping all over the place. What messages do you have for pile 2 today? Okay. Okay. We have the Two of Cups reversed. Okay, what messages do you have for pile 2 today? Spirit, what messages do you have? The Ace of Wands. Oh, okay. It didn't come out. Okay. Well, okay, that's too many. Yeah, once again. Okay, just one more card, please. Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2? Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 2? What messages? Oh, okay. Again, there's too many. It's too many. Oh my god. Okay. The Three of Pentacles fell out in reverse, so I'm going to take it. And I want to say this is not, it's getting the sense, first of all, this probably is related to your career, especially because we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse here. I also want to say this is, you know, you might be going through a tough time, especially when it comes to your career or something that you're working on, a work project or a creative project that might not have gotten off the ground because other people did not show up for it. There might have been a lot of initial interest, and again, like other people might have initially made investments or told you that they were going to show up for the project or to work with you in whatever way, and they just didn't. They're not pulling their weight. That could be a potential message here, and it might have been extremely distressing or upsetting for you, if that is the case. If that resonates for you, it's like a, you know, maybe something you were feeling very excited about has not taken off the way that you had hoped it would. I do want to say, if that's the case, if that's resonating for you, there might be a message with the fact that the Ace of Wands is upright, not to give up hope, if that resonates for you. And I also want to say an intuitive message is this tree on the career card here with the ladder there, of like something growing, something we're working on, so like we're nurturing this tree. There's a lot of butterflies on this image, and there's birds up here. So there may be messages in this card that are related to messages that Spirit wants to give you. You might see butterflies or birds. That might be an important spiritual messenger for you. But there's a because it almost looks like this tree is being protected by a bubble, there might be a message of divine protection here, and there could also be a way to interpret that as the phrase, you know, rejection is divine protection. That there might have been, if you were working with somebody, that could be definitely a joint message here, that the Two of Cups reversed in context, the Three of Pentacles reversed as well. There might have been people that you were excited to work with or who were initially involved in your project or in a career. Maybe someone came and offered you an opportunity and then they rescinded that offer. Whatever it was that was disappointing here, that might have had to do with other people, there's a message here that Spirit, the divine, the universe was protecting you from those connections for some reason. There was some reason why it didn't work out. It could have been that those people are just showing you their true colors, that they had never intended to follow through with whatever it was, and it's like an opportunity for you to take that. And it's like, what, there's a message here, especially because we're not getting necessarily a ton of advice from Spirit. It's like there's a message here that it's up to you what to do with that situation or those circumstances. And I think the fact that the Ace of Wands is upright here is a message that you can still move forward. in whatever way is possible to you, in whatever way is open to you and to move forward. And it might involve like putting this thing on the back burner for a little while if it is something that you are not able to do on your own. But the fact that the Ace of Wands is upright could be encouragement from Spirit not to give up. That's what's coming through, because it's like maybe whatever was happening here with other people, they were not meant to be involved. Or they were not in a good energy, or again, they're just showing you their true colors, and it's an opportunity for you to say, okay, well, I don't need that. I don't need those energies then. You know, I don't need to be involved with people who are not going to show up. I don't need to be involved with people who will say one thing and then do the other, if that resonates for you. And then I do want to say there's, you know, if we're talking about like this being kind of a learning opportunity, and you can decide what you want to do with this opportunity, the butterflies inside this protective bubble are a symbol of transformation, which I would take as confirmation. This is a growth opportunity. This was a learning opportunity for you. As painful and upsetting as it might have been, or might currently be, it is an opportunity in disguise. And it's like these birds might fly away. People might fly away from whatever is happening here, but that everything inside of this bubble is protected. And it's like this tree is meant to be here. It is meant to grow the way that it is growing. And it is being supported by everything that is inside this bubble, if that resonates for you. And there might be another way to read the spread where you might currently be dealing with a Two of Cups reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed situation that is related to your career, but it might not have anything to do with this Ace of Wands, because it could have just been like you're just kind of finally coming to a place where it's like you can no longer ignore the fact that other people are not showing up the way that, like in a way that is fair and equal and balanced. They're not pulling their weight. And if that's the case, if you've been feeling like that is the case and is related to your career, there could be a message with the Ace of Wands as like Spirit saying, don't worry, there's something that's going to come in towards you. You might have a very inspired idea very soon. You're going to have some sort of passionate new beginning. If that resonates for you, this could be like a reassurance from Spirit that whatever is happening here with these two cards, there's something new coming in towards you, maybe a new offer, a new opportunity, or a new like inspired idea that is being gifted to you from Spirit, that you are going to feel very passionate and very ambitious and driven about, if that resonates for you. And then there could be another, we do have the career card here, but there could be another way to read this spread that is not about your career at all. It could be about interpersonal relationships, however that applies to you, and there could be a way to interpret this that is you're kind of exiting a phase in your life where other people were not showing up with the same energy or commitment that you are. So if this Two of Cups reversed could be related to a relationship, platonic or romantic, whatever, this is not a fair and balanced exchange of energy, and neither is the Three of Pentacles reversed. This is, again, an energy of people not pulling their weight, not showing up for whatever we're talking about. So if it's applied to a relationship, again, it is like a very connected message to the Two of Cups reversed, but the fact that we have the Ace of Wands in the middle, again, could be a message from Spirit. If you've been feeling like you're always the one giving too much in your connections, and every relationship you have has felt like work, it might be a reason why the career card is here. It's like there could also be, we could also take the message that rejection is divine protection, but this time it could be that the rejection is coming from you, of saying, I don't want this anymore. I deserve better than this. And then the Ace of Wands can be a message. You have something much better coming in towards you. You have something that is going to make you feel really passionate, an opportunity for a new relationship if that resonates for you, or an opportunity to move forward into the next cycle of your life where you are prioritizing your own needs, advocating for yourself, and really focusing on yourself and your self-development and the development of your self-esteem. Could be another message of the Ace of Wands here in the middle of these two energies. So again, just take whatever resonates, but I'm feeling compelled to give the message that the people being represented here by the birds on this card, whoever like flies out of our life like that is not meant to stay. And again, as painful and disappointing and disheartening as that can be, there's an energy of the Ace of Wands of I'm not giving up on this. I'm not giving up no matter what it takes. There's a committed passion and energy here. It's because this is so important. And however that resonates for you, whether it is like tied to your career or like a passion project, a creative project, or like an interpersonal relationship, there's a really positive message for the fact that the Ace of Wands is here. There's the next thing, the next cycle, whether it's something that you're already working on or something that is going to come in for you very soon, is going to be different from what you have experienced in the past. Honestly, those are the messages that I have for you today, pile 2. To me, it seems like a fairly straightforward message. And I also want to say you might be seeing, because we have the Ace, which is 1, the 2, and the 3. You might be seeing 1s and 2s and 3s as angel numbers from Spirit, as just a confirmation and reassurance that you are going to be starting this new cycle soon, or if you are already in the beginning phase of something, not to give up on it, because you're on the right path. You're moving in the right direction. So I hope that this video has been helpful. If you did like it, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below. Let me know how it resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching pile 2, and I do hope to see you in my next video. Hello pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the love card, this is going to be your reading for today. And we're just getting some quick messages from your spirit guides, whatever they have to say for you today. I will say it'll probably be related to to interpersonal relationships, perhaps a romantic connection, just because we have the love card here. Maybe giving some context as to what this reading is going to be about. I will try to give different interpretations based on whatever cards come out, but with that said, let us get into it. What messages do you have for pile 3 today? What messages do you have for 3 today, Spirit? I want to say your cards are taking a while to come out. So, Spirit might, there might be things, whoa! Okay, I'm going to take these cards, but it's like right as I was saying, there might be things that you're not supposed to know. Might be the reason why Spirit is being a little bit quiet today. As soon as I say that, you have 4 cards that came out, and the other pile's only got 3. So, we're just going to take them as they come. We have the World. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Swords reversed and the Dove. Hopefully you can see all the cards. So we do have a bonus card for you, and we have 2 major arcana. And there could be some ways, yeah, I could, okay. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm getting the sense this is very much tied to interpersonal relationships, and particularly your romantic life. I'm going to give kind of separate interpretations, but I will say I don't think this is related to your career or your spirit. Well, it could very well be related to your spiritual development, but it's like your spiritual development in the context of your relationships. And with the World card here, and what I'm seeing is Spirit is encouraging you to end a cycle when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, whether romantic or not. And what I'm seeing is you might not feel like you're ready to close out that cycle, or you might have certain blockages that are preventing you from ending the cycle. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the other energies that we have here. We have the 7 of Swords, which is tied to deception, lies, backstabbing, people with bad intentions. And this could be related to, you've had people in your romantic connections or your personal life who have been in this Seven of Swords energy, who have stabbed you in the back, lied to you, betrayed you, cheated on you. However this applies to you, they might currently be doing that, and you might not be aware of it. This could be a warning from Spirit that there are people in your life who are deceiving you. Or, based on the other energies here, actually it's an and or. The Seven of Swords can also apply when we are deceiving ourselves, or when we're lying to ourselves, or when we're kind of not ready to face a truth that we already know to be true, but we don't want to accept it. So I can't tell you how those things apply to you. Maybe there is something where you are realizing that you've maybe been self-sabotaging in a way because you don't want to move on from something. There might be an attachment here that is preventing you from closing out the cycle. The next card we have is the Six of Swords reversed, and the Six of Swords can talk about when we are transitioning from the world, talking about closing out a cycle. The world's the last of the major arcana. It's when we've learned the lessons that we needed to learn and we're ready to move on and restart at the Fool. It's like a graduation, a congratulations from the universe. But the Six of Swords reversed, since the Six of Swords talks about transitioning between cycles, this is a blocked energy. And it's in between the Seven of Swords and the Devil. And the Devil is a card that talks about attachments. And it's like the Devil card in itself is neither positive nor negative. It carries both connotations. It can talk about positive attachments, such as, signing a contract, like making a new business connection, making a commitment of some kind, getting married, signing a marriage contract. It can talk about things like that are positive. And positive attachments in our life. It can talk about, taking time to enjoy the finer things in life and to indulge in life's pleasures. Again, not a terrible message. However, in the context of what we're talking about today, pile 3, I think that this is talking about an unhealthy attachment because we're not transitioning. We're not, this Six of Swords energy is blocked. It's reversed. And it could be based on because other people are actively deceiving us, or we're deceiving ourselves, or both. And I don't want this to come across as judgmental or accusatory. This could be absolutely a 100% unconscious thing, and or it could just be Spirit's way of saying, like, the reason why, if you have been trying to close out a cycle, if you've been trying to detach your energy from certain people or certain situations, if you've been doing cord cutting ceremonies, if you've realized there's somebody in your energy field that you do not want to be there, and you've been working hard at trying to detach yourself from them, there could be a message here that there's something that you can't see that this other person might be doing that is keeping you attached to them so that you cannot move on. If that resonates, it could be like a warning there. And there could also be a message here. My viewfinder keeps trying to focus really hard on the face. There could be a message here that it is love that is kind of blinding you to somebody's faults or their deceptions. And that, again, could be 100% an unconscious thing that you're not realizing. Your loving or romantic feelings towards somebody might be keeping you stuck, might be keeping you attached. And there might be a message here about needing to sever this attachment before you can close out the cycle. And I know that can be frustrating to hear, especially if you have been working hard to detach your energy from somebody, whether that's an ex or a family member or somebody that you realize is not in a healthy energy, or has hurt or betrayed you or lied to you in the past. There's like a message here about there's a reason why you're struggling to move on, and they might be energetically holding on to the connection as tightly as they can. It could be this person preventing this transition from happening. And if that's the case, there might be advice here. If it's a family member, you might need to cut contact with this person. Like make a clean break. as much as you can. If it is an ex and you feel like you have been, you're in no contact with them, you know, you've been doing all the energetic work, then there could be a message from Spirit that the connection is still active on this person's side, but you doing all of the work that you're doing to disconnect from this person's energy is working, and it will result in the closing of this cycle. It will happen. Just for whatever reason, there's a blockage or a delay here, and it might be coming from the other person because they do not want to let go. They're very attached to you. They're attached to your energy. I feel compelled also to give the message that sometimes love is not enough. It's not enough to sustain a relationship. You also need healthy communication. You need mutual respect, trust, intimacy, the ability to be vulnerable with each other, and like an equal exchange of energy. And if there's no trust with the Seven of Swords here, the loving feeling might be keeping you stuck in a cycle that you're being encouraged to move away from. And it's like, that can be so difficult. It can be so, and I've struggled with this. I'm going through a cycle like this right now in my life, where it's really hard to reconcile the fact that we can have love for somebody. We can have positive memories about them. We can have like really deep feelings about somebody and feel like we just can't reconcile the fact that they have lied or betrayed us, broken our trust, or that they might not be somebody who is reliable or trustworthy. It can be really hard to do that and to come out the other side and say, well, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to protect myself, even if it means cutting contact with this person, cutting them out of my life, blocking their number, doing cord cutting ceremonies, whatever it is. And it can be really hard also if it's a family member, if this is not like a romantic connection, very hard because, and the reason I'm also bringing that up is we have the 6 on this 6 of Swords reverse, and the 15 on the Devil also reduces to 6. So there could be a connection to home and family, if that resonates for you. But otherwise, if this is talking about a romantic connection, or a cycle, a pattern of behavior in your life where you can recognize that this has repeatedly happened to you, again, there's a message that continuing to do whatever you have to do to cut ties, cut ties with an attachment, and it might be based on love, but whatever you have to do to cut these ties is going to end this cycle, end this pattern, and you will be able to move forward in the energy of the Fool of being carefree and having faith that you are supported by the universe, if that resonates for you. Those are the messages that I'm seeing today, pile 3. I know it's not super in-depth. I needed to make a shorter video today, but hopefully this has given a little bit of insight into whatever is going on in your love, romantic life, or interpersonal connections, however this resonated for you. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give it a like. Please comment down below and let me know how it resonated for you. If you like my videos and you want to see more from me, you can feel free to subscribe to my channel. And with that said, thank you very much for watching today, pile 3, and I do hope to see you in my next video.